Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant Broadband Internet.
It's time for Vibrant You Live. Welcome to the show. My name is Shane.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we have a special guest on the show who's been with Vibrant Broadband since 2020. Mm-hmm. He's worked in the broadband operations side of the business, starting in our network operations center, and then becoming the supervisor over the Vibrant Broadband install and service technicians. And Josh Carlson is transitioning within the company, which is what we are going to discuss today. So welcome, Josh.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Good
to be back.
I think maybe Josh was on to talk kind of about the Vibrant operations stuff and some build out.
Yeah, we had him on the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Nathan has some exciting news to share, and so does Josh. But I'm going to let Nathan share first.
Very exciting for all the local businesses here that I am going to be out of your hair. I am actually moving and working at another co-op that does very similar stuff to what we do here. An electric co-op that also now does fiber optic internet. They're a little younger than Vibrant, so I'm going to be kind of helping build some of that infrastructure and some of that stuff. That's out of Brand, Minnesota.
Okay.
A little closer to my home now because I had to move with my young kids that are driving me crazy, but I love them. But
that is exciting.
Yeah, so it is exciting. I'm excited for that. It's kind of starting over in some ways to where we started. You know, when I started 5.5 years ago with Vibrant, kind of building what it is now, and I've loved working with the business. I will talk a little more about that, but yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited about.
Well, good.
That. I mean, it's bittersweet because I have truly loved the Litchfield, Meeker County area and been embraced by the community. Me and my wife moved here about 5.5 years ago. She became a dentist here in Litchfield, and I don't know. We love the area. We love the people here, and so it certainly is bittersweet. Without
I know there's a lot of people that do miss your wife at the dentist office.
I hear about it still. Yep.
I'm one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's always bittersweet, but
yeah. And then so Josh, then you are transitioning into sales.
Yeah. I'm moving out of the operations, get it done side to gathering new customers, subscribers. Pretty excited to do that.
That is awesome. Yeah. Well, let's talk about you, Josh. Tell us where you live, about your family, maybe some background, that kind of thing.
What makes you tick?
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Well, there's a lot, but my wife and I, we have two boys. One is graduating this year over at ACGC, and then we have another son, Alec. He's 14. We have a daughter. She's 12. We after moving back from living in the cities through college, we moved back to the Wilmer area, back to rural Atwater, and been here for 20 years or so.
Nice.
Yeah. And you're a member, right?
I am a member of the co-op, proud member. You bet.
So how long have you been with Meeker Energy and Vibrant? And then tell me about the journey that you have taken to lead you to now.
Yeah, so I have a kind of a similar story, Nathan. I've been here about 5.5 years. But I've really worked for the co-op for like 16 years. I started with Heartland Security as a technician out in the field. And Heartland is owned by Meeker Energy. There's like 12 other co-ops that own Heartland. So I've kind of been in the co-op business for quite a while.
Yeah, what's his favorite sport? That's what I need to know.
Oh, nope. Don't talk to him about that.
Yeah, let's not go there yet. We have many shows, Woody. Just hold on.
That's next week's show. Stay tuned.
Okay.
So exciting. So what are you excited about with your new role?
Well, I'm a people person, really. I love solving problems and getting to know people. So I'm not really technical, really about connecting people. And so that's kind of my jam is meeting more people and telling them all about Vibrant.
So with your background, you've worked on the installation side, right?
Yeah.
Since you started, right?
You bet.
And so that's given you a lot of experience on kind of the connection side of things, right?
Yeah.
So how do you say that's going to help you in the sales role?
Well, yeah, with kind of where I started at the co-op was in the office, taking trouble calls and hearing from people. Then I went to kind of supervising that area and then taking on the technicians out in the field. So kind of using my technical background as a technician and making Vibrant get into the houses. And then from there, also bring it to the houses and from the street. And so for me, kind of understanding that side of things will help kind of get these customers
For
and
sure.
businesses, connected, kind of carrying the torch from Nathan.
And part of your first job, you were working with, when people were getting installed, you were setting them up and working with the technician and getting them all online, right? So that's another part of the job that you bring with you, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, I love the whole Vibrant story. So any point in the process of being a part of Vibrant, I'm all in on.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Nathan's built strong relationships with a lot of our business customers. He's actually, he started out in sales, anything. Like we didn't split business and residential early on. It was just kind of whatever came in. But then we saw the need for kind of splitting that because businesses, they take a lot of, for lack of a better term, hand-holding. I mean, there's a lot of technical things.
It's a lot more intricate. Yeah, there's a lot more details to figure out. Yep.
Exactly. And also, like, a lot of businesses have phone service that is included with that technical expertise. The residential side, a lot of people have kind of gone to cell phones, so phone service isn't as critical.
Certainly not as complicated either way.
Exactly. So, Josh, how do you plan to ensure that those businesses continue to receive the same high level of service from Vibrant?
Well, I mean, to me, one of the things that Nathan brings to the table every day is his attention to detail and his thoroughness, and that's what I really appreciate about him on the operations side. Is our technicians knew going in what they were up against when it was getting people service, and so I think having that other side of things, and then using what Nathan has done to kind of set the table is going to just really kind of help that transition go smoothly. So,
What would you like local businesses to know about you as you step into this new role?
So I'm a people person and problem solver. So you're going to see me a lot. It's going to be maybe a little annoying because you're going to see me out in the community. And I want to know your problems, whether you're an existing subscriber or member. I want to know who you are and kind of your rubs. And then if you're not, I'd like to know why you aren't and how can we solve some of those problems and kind of get you connected to the best internet in town.
Well, we love to hear that. I'm sure our businesses do too.
Yeah.
So let's transition over to you, Nathan.
Sure.
You've been at Meeker Energy and Vibrant Broadband for quite a while. What are you most proud of from your time here?
Well, I'm proud of what we do as a co-op. We're a nonprofit local co-op. When I say local, I mean just about everybody lives in the like within 20 minutes of the office, or we truly are local, which is different than a lot of other internet provider I've ever had. I've lived in a lot of different areas. It's usually national providers that don't really give you the time of day sometimes and stuff like that. So, who the co-op is and what we do on the Vibrant side is, I've always been most proud of that. But when I started 5.5 years ago, Vibrant was pretty young. We had just started the internet side of the co-op like a year before. We were kind of building some of our processes from scratch and so getting to help be a part of building that to what it is now and how far we've come along is really, really great. One of my proudest kind of things to be a part of. And I've been working with businesses lately. The last few years, kind of been my focus is I'm just proud to work with a lot of local businesses. Most businesses I work with are literally like a one-stop shop. That's they're local. They're from here. They're raised here. They service the area, and it's really cool to get to know a lot of businesses and a lot of people that have been here so long and what they do in the community and stuff. So.
So other than working with me,
Thanks for that clarification.
What is your most rewarding part of working with the business customers?
Thanks for the out, because that would have taken the whole time. So thank you for that.
Appreciate that. We'll talk later.
Well, like I said, getting to know, so many local business owners, getting to know how passionate they are about their business. Because if you own a business, you're generally going to be very passionate about it. It's going to be something that you started, something that you are very proud of. So getting to be a part of that is great. Like Josh mentioned, some people hear the word sales or salesperson and they kind of cringe. They think, oh, you're a sleazy car salesman that's going to try to rip me off or something.
30 years.
Sorry to all those car
A
salesmen
sleazy one.
listening.
You're not a sleazy. But that's the idea people have in their mind is, this sleazy guy, this snake oil salesman that's just trying to sell you something you don't need. To me, sales is about building relationships with people, getting to know them, and problem solving, like Josh mentioned. Like, okay, do you have problems? Okay, these are your problems. Can Vibrant or the co-op Meeker Energy, can we solve those problems? Is it better service? Is it better support from a local business? Is it, cost savings? You're paying too much, you're getting ripped off. I mean, it's really just getting to know people and then problem solving. So that's my favorite part about the job specifically. But our team at the co-op office, like I said, we're a team of like roughly 40-ish people, give or take, on the electric and internet side, and I love everyone I work with. We're a pretty tight-knit team. I love coming to the office. So the only job I ever had where I never minded coming into work. I'm sure I had those days where I woke up tired and didn't want to get out of bed, but I never mind walking into the office. I always felt like part of a team. We're a local thing. We're trying to build something, and that was always really great for me. So.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I will say with Josh, I'm very proud and happy that Josh has taken over the role. Josh has been, like I said, already a part of Vibrant for almost the same amount of time I have. I think I beat him by like a couple months, I feel like. But he already is doing kind of half the job. He loves being in the field. He loves talking to people. He loves working with people. Oftentimes he would come to me and say, hey, I was out and I met with this business owner. You should give him a call. We talked about this. He already has done a lot of those, that relationship building and problem solving. So that won't be foreign for him at all. Like he said, he'll be out and about. He'll get to know people. But yeah, I'd like to say just thank you to our business subscribers that I've gotten to know that have, like I said, I'm not from the area. I'm from the Twin Cities. So when I moved here, I didn't really know anybody. Me and my wife, we were kind of new, but we were pretty welcomed by the community, by the co-op. I've gotten to know so many different business people. They've always treated me very, very nice, very kindly, and I built a lot of great relationships. So I've been telling people all week and stuff, it is definitely bittersweet. I'm excited for my new chapter at another co-op doing something similar, but it will be very sad leaving the area, leaving my coworkers, and a lot of the businesses that we work with, because I've really appreciated it.
Well, thank you, Nathan. And just on a personal note, I am so happy for you, and I am appreciative of getting to know you. I loved working with you all these years, and you've just been great, and you will be missed around the office.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet, but.
And for me, when we first started and I started going on the radio, we always talked about, you guys were brothers and I'm not your sister, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but
Johnson brothers,
truly, I mean, I consider you my brother just because we have this like super fun connection and.
Yeah, we were fun. I mean, we take our job seriously, but we like to have a good time. And I think hopefully people hear it on the radio. We like to joke around and have a good time, and that's just.
Now I'm supposed to talk about you, so just stop talking about. Jeez. I know, but you don't like it.
Yeah.
He does not like to have attention drawn to himself, so that's why he's doing that. But no, I just want to say it. I appreciate when I first moved to sales, you taught me about lead agent and how to do all the different things in the sales role, and made me a better person and a better person for the co-op as well. So I'm truly going to miss you, but I know it's not goodbye, because I know you're going to be stopping by and we'll hang out over the summer and stuff.
Yep.
And but I will miss you coming into the office and your fun sense of humor.
Annoying sense of humor, I think, is probably the word.
It's so funny because we know how his sense of humor is, so we just anticipate what he's going to say.
Yeah, it's very predictable.
Yeah. And then in regard to Josh, so this is kind of a funny story. So Josh walks into the sales office quite a bit, and he'll be like, I'm not in sales, but I stopped at da-da-da-da-da.
That's over with.
So when I first heard about it, I'm like, well, Josh, now you're in sales.
Now you're in sales. You don't have to apologize for talking to people. And so,
Well, do you have any words to say to Nathan?
Yeah, please keep going. Continue on.
The very first time that I said, after he introduced himself, I said, Nate. He said, no, it's Nathan. And I thought, you know what? That's perfect. The guy, well, I mean, I think when you talked about his attention to detail, I mean, that's kind of one of those things. Hey, my name is Nathan, and he likes to be what he is.
I will say, it's never bothered me that much. For some reason, it drives my wife nuts. Yeah. She doesn't correlate me with the word Nate or the name Nate.
Yeah.
So she's always just like almost disturbed when someone calls me Nate, like I'm a different person. So she's rubbed off on me in that way. So I don't really mind, honestly. Call me whatever you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
Josh, how about you?
Nate, thanks for carrying the torch all these years. I really appreciate you setting the table for the co-op and the customers, the business customers especially. You've done a really good job of getting us in the right direction. We'll take it from here.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Well, so Nathan, thank you for your service. We wish you the best. Josh, welcome aboard, and we are excited to work with you here forward. And Well, that should wrap up that portion of the show. Jane?
So, if you need some help with Dreaming of Streaming or want to learn more about it, stop by. We're having our event, Dreaming of Streaming, Wednesday, May 13th at 5:30 at Meeker Energy. And then also Meeker Energy and Subscriber Appreciation, we are having our member appreciation. So stop by May 20th. We're having Wattenhofer pork chops from 4:30 to 7:30. That's at Meeker Energy, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that.
Bouncy houses, petting zoo. Yeah, we go all out.
We go big. And then if you have any questions, certainly give us a call. We're at 693-3231, or jump on vibrantbroadband.com to learn more about us, and then catch the replay on Facebook and YouTube channel. Go to Vibrant Broadband, and then listen live every Wednesday at 10:30 on KLFD.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Jeff, for having us. Thank you, audience, for listening. My name is Shane.
I'm Jane.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Josh.
Tune in next week for another Vibrant You Live.
Service. Vibrant Broadband Internet. Vibrant Broadband Internet.